Well, I mean, you got to use your noodle. You got to use your noodle. I mean, when you have a community, an entire community under judgment, you have to think in terms of vibration, frequency, and energy. When the entire community under judgment is vibrating at armed or stronghold robbery, they're wanting to rob a Lowe. So you would expect Rob Lowe to show up in the community. It's just what it is. You got to use your head. You can't be, it's what it is. I don't even know what date. You'll have to look it up. I didn't look at that. I mean, it's the universe communicating with you and judging these people. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. I'm not concerned with their magic backfiring. When Pisces is the magic, simple enough. Make a wish. Oh, look at that. It's like, you want everyone to win, but, and that was a beautiful song. How does it go? Joy and pain, sunshine and rain. And that's, now you have to add the fire in there. I mean, California wildfires today. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I'm not responsible for California's wildfires. I'm not responsible for Lisa being an INFJ. I am responsible for some very good coffee, though. That's what it is. We do like our coffee. It's just what it is. Anyway, I mean, you got to think about that. You got to use your noodle. You got to use your noodle. And it's what it is. Yeah, there'll be a lot more expect the unexpected. There'll be a lot more expect the unexpected. And we'll just stay 10 steps ahead. You would have to think, Hollywood, with all that celebrity energy in the cards, you would have to think, we got Hollywood's attention on the 4th of July when God sent me Dr. Doom as a confirmation. Simple enough. I mean, I live on the corner of Divine and not Mahon, but it is, God would be the MC, so just take the MC away. That's what it is. It's not hard to move forward when God keeps throwing souls in trash bags the way that he's doing. Dexter, I hear Aaron is picking up some speed. That's what it is. I've always known Aaron to pick up speed. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. Got to leave it to Aaron to pick up speed. Enough said. Category 5 at this point. Category 5 at this point. That's what it is. When you have an entire community under judgment, you would have to expect them to draw in some big names with a whole community of vibration. It's just what it is. Wanting to rob Mr. Lowe and block his opportunities. That's what it is. It takes a Master Lowe to come in and say, stop, no, don't. And then they don't listen. And then God comes in and says, stop, no, don't. And I mean, I don't know how you would expect God to show up and stop. No more trying to doom the Archangel. No more Dr. Dooms in the situation. Yeah, see, between 7 and 8 we clean. That's what it is. 7 is sweet. And you know why 6 is afraid of 7, right? Because 7, 8, 9 for divine endings and conclusions. It's true. God got us all that is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, divine white light. Has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. Simple enough. I mean, even when you have readers talking about how the Earth Angel doesn't need divination, it still doesn't mean I'm not going to do what I love. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. And the more haters you have, the more successful you will become. So, and I don't know how successful it is with Aaron picking up speed, and I hear that there's pancakes over top of Leesville, and I do like pancakes. I do like pancakes. I'm not sure about what this whole pancake thing is over top of Leesville, Louisiana. But I don't eat pancakes in Louisiana. They're in the sky. It's just pancakes in the sky. Keep on churning. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. Thank you, Spirit. And I mean, when you've got readers talking about nobody's safe, is that 4:44 on the clock? Is that like on the planet? Because that would be the thing. If they don't like Pisces connection to the divine or getting downloads straight from the divine. Well, if Pisces is getting downloads straight from the divine, then they would have to expect the divine to be uploading my problems off of this planet. It's just what it is. We don't need any problems in God's plan. It was fated. A lot of these things are fated events, but you don't tell everything that you know. What kind of a spiritual test, what kind of a test on a soul level would it be? I mean, some people ace the test and some people end up with their souls in a trash bag. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. It has nothing to do with me. Has nothing to do with me. I mean, when you're able to give all of the daddies Pisces toxic X for Father's Day, because the devil was working through Pisces toxic X, that's not Pisces. That's Pisces toxic X. So they can't say Pisces is the devil when the devil is working through Pisces toxic X. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. And I mean, as a Reiki practitioner and a QHHT practitioner, that makes me a practitioner, but I don't do the dark magic shit. I've studied it to learn what not to do, and I didn't get too deep into the dark arts because I don't care. That's why we have this bright light. That's what it is. It's a bright light that triggers demons. And you're going to attract the darkest of the dark and the lightest of the light. It's what it is. It's Commissioner Gordon's 6'4" diamond. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I am not responsible for an entire community vibrating at the frequency of Rob. And they do. They were wanting to rob Lowe. That's going to attract Rob Lowe. I can't do anything about that. Straight to the community. It's true. Already scheduled. It's true. Put it on my Facebook. It's what you're right. There's nowhere for him to run. There is 655. There's nowhere to hide in this situation. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. I mean, when the whole world's in God's hands, you would have to expect readers to talk about, when I was in California, Californians didn't help people. And we talked about that on the other bit. We're releasing that. We're releasing that and letting it go with Garcia Wildlife on Fire. It's just what it is. You have to release that shit and let it go. I can't do anything about Jerry Garcia setting a wildlife reserve on fire. It's always on top. That's what it is. From top to bottom, it's always on top. What goes up must come down. Simple enough. Thank you, Spirit. But I mean, that's the reality that these people have to face now in an entire community that is under judgment. When they vibrate that big, a whole community of rob energy, because they wanted to rob shit. Rob energy, block opportunities, and rob Mr. Lowe. Well, then you would have to expect that community under judgment to be vibrating at the frequency that would attract Rob Lowe. So it's cause and effect. The law of vibration with cause and effect. And then you just follow the correspondence, the signs, the synchronicities, the omens. That's what it is. You have to admit, though, you're always going to attract trigger demons from Hollywood when you get Dr. Doom as a 4th of July confirmation. See, I think everybody forgot about that. Star seeds are upside down in the situation. It's just what it is. It'll be baffling. It'll be baffling. But yes, I agree. We have to release and let that shit go. I don't do black magic. Reiki teddy bears and voodoo dolls are two completely different things. Two completely different things. And when you have, weak-ass devil karmic energies that want to be somebody, trying to rob a Lowe, and bringing a whole community together. They did. They brought the whole community together in unity, because large groups of people, like-minded people, they create miracles. So when a large group of like-minded people are vibrating at Rob Lowe energy, you would have to expect Rob Lowe to come right down here to the center. It's just what it is. It's already scheduled. I put it on my Facebook. I don't know the date. You'd have to look it up. I don't care. I don't care. It's just what it is. What did you guys expect divine judgment to look like? Thank you, Spirit. And it is. I mean, it's the whole planet. The whole planet is under divine judgment. And you got to keep in mind, the INFJs, we see shit that nobody else does. So you can automatically expect me to go for the shit that's going to be so hard for you to believe until you go and look and go, holy shit. Because I like to be baffled by starseeds. I do, and I don't mind baffling them as well. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. I can't present that shit to you as a gift in the present moment if it wasn't already there. It's just what it is. I mean, for real. Tesla said, if you want to unlock the secrets of the universe, you have to think in terms of vibration, frequency, and energy. So when you have an entire community, the entire community is what is Agent Smith County? Agent Smith County, when you have the entire community of Agent Smith County vibrating at Rob, they're not vibrating at God, they're vibrating at Rob. And they do. They want to block opportunities and rob Lowe. Okay, Mr. Lowe, that's what it is. If they want to block opportunities and rob Mr. Lowe, you would have to expect that community that is under judgment to be a vibrational match to a bigger name, a name that would match their vibration. Is what it is. You had celebrity involvement all in the Leo reading, and then fucking I went right to it. Once again, I mean, it's what you have to follow the signs. And when you talk about how Pisces is connected to fucking everything, it's just what it is. I'm in receiving mode. It comes right to my door. Cards in the upright? No. Cool, we'll flip that around. Starseed read, shall we? Oh, yeah. You focus on the fact you can't trust none of these people. Simple enough. Too much magic backfiring. Trust no one at this point. Everyone is under judgment. Everyone is looking for a way out, and there's no exit. It's a hallway with lots of doors. They're all locked. They don't have the low key. To any of the doors, and there is no exit. I mean, there's. I guess you could exit out through Garcia Wildlife Fire if that's your gig. It's just what it is. And I mean, all of that talk about destiny swapping, a bunch of destiny swapping and creating a whole bunch of chaos magic. Well, it looks like all that chaos is going back on them, isn't it? That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Thank you for that 10. 10 just popped in. Completion. It's just what it is. Yeah, see, these people, we need to focus on the intention that you cannot trust these people because they do not have a connection to the divine white light. And then and it is. I mean, only demons rebel against the light because they don't want the light of truth being known. That's what it is. I can't do anything about people that don't want love, light, and truth in their lives. It's just what it is. I don't want in a bunch of hate, darkness, and bullshit. It's what it is. You cannot polish a turd and tell me that shit's pudding. Simple enough. You want to know they're hating on Pisces spiritual protection. Okay. That's Pisces. That's pillars of light of protection surrounding Pisces. And I like to combine other people's, like the Messiah deck. I like to combine their meditation with something that I used to do in the oil field. I used to drive a rig. So if I had to do a 6-point inspection on this rig before I got inside of it, well, then that's just what I do. Except, you've got 2, 4, 6, there's 8. You add 8 extra points. And then that's just basically left, front, back, and side to side. It's what it is. And then you go through the middle and up through the top like a crucifix. It's pretty cool. But it's limited by your imagination. I can do all kinds of shit on a Jose Silva mind control screen, especially when I'm calling in angels into the fucking brain box technique from Mind Valley for activating DNA. That's what it is. I call the angels directly into the fucking brain box. Tell God, give me, I like what you've got. Did anyone figure that out? What cartoon is that from? Is that Futurama or some shit? I can't remember. I like what you've got. If you know what cartoon that was, let me know in the description box. Self-love is what it is, right? And they're mad about us calling our energy back. Okay, cool. Well, that's going to magnetize the energy vampires that were harvesting the energy. It's my energy. I wouldn't be able to call it back if it wasn't already mine. Simple enough. And I mean, when you ladies tell me, if that's even true, you can't believe everything a tarot reader tells you. I mean, I can tell you I have a waterfall of life force energy coming back to me, but if I don't know where it came from, and you're telling me it's a whole group of people, and nobody in this group has said anything to me, no one's has my consent, and if that's going to be causing them spiritual dehydration, well, then once again, that's playing games. That's playing games with the divine white light. And the polarity opposite of that is a video game called Dying Light. So that's the zombie apocalypse. That's the zombie apocalypse. And you would expect the zombie apocalypse to attract in special forces. It would attract in the specials. It's just what it is. And I can't do anything about a community under judgment, a bunch of special education halfwits vibrating at the frequency of Rob and getting the attention of Hollywood. I can't do anything about that. So let them deal with it. That's a them problem. The vision. That's what it is. Pisces, the visionary. That's what it is. You got to keep your vision strong, right? What is meant for you will never pass you by. And when something is taken away, something better is given. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. You have to think it's an economic rule that they use. I know how Jordan Peterson talks about that, and so it's a rule they use in economics, right? I do believe the rule. It's Matthew's, something out of the Bible. For those who have something more will be given, and for those who have nothing more will be taken. It's a bunch of haves and have-nots. You either have it or you don't. It's simple enough. I can't do anything about that. So we're going to focus on levels. We're stepping up. We're walking up the steps while people are taking the escalator. Hell, they're too lazy to walk down the stairs. They're taking the escalator down. That's fine. I don't care. That's what it is. You can't trust these people. That's what it is. They're not golden treasures. I have all the spiritual protection from what you ladies say. I mean, let us know. I mean, how's your spiritual protection? Let us know in the comments. I mean, be proud of that shit. So yeah, I have great spiritual protection. So what is, how is your connection to the divine? You've got all these readers talking about how people are hating Pisces direct downloads from source. Now, I developed mine through QHHT practices, transcending the consciousness with Buddha, and channeling cosmic intelligence through Reiki practices. So I don't know how other people do it, but I would love to know. Simple enough. All right. Well, y'all have a beautiful evening. Namaste.